Hey y'all, I'm Kara Perez, founder of Bravely Go, and around these parts we talk a lot about saving money. But today I'm here to tell you about 5 things I think are absolutely worth spending money on, and sometimes spending big money on. I follow values-based budgeting. We have a video right here all about how you can apply that in your own life. But basically what it means is you spend money according to bringing yourself in closer alignment to the things that you truly value, that bring you closer to your long-term financial goals, and that enable more and bigger savings. This year, for example, I went on a 2-month trip with the love of my life, T-Bone. We went to 3 different countries, Mexico, Costa Rica, and Colombia. And yeah, we spent a ton of money to do this. Why? We both value travel, we value time together, we value new experiences, and we wanted to be able to do things that we had never done before. And if that meant spending a little bit more money, we were happy to do that. But outside of these bigger values like travel, relationships, new experience, I think there are literal items that are absolutely worth spending money on. Here are 5 items that I think it makes sense to spend money on. First, kitchen tools. Good, sharp knives, a crock pot, an air fryer, an Instant Pot. In my mind, these things are always worth the upfront cost. Why? Because they enable bigger and better savings in the long run. Meal prepping, cooking at home, is one of the best ways to save you money over the course of months and years. But if you don't have the kitchen tools you need to meal prep, you're not going to meal prep. Or you're gonna try to meal prep, it's gonna make you so angry because it's so hard, and then you're gonna give up on it entirely. You can get a brand new crock pot for between $20 and $30, and it will save you thousands in the long term. An air fryer runs about $65, so kind of an upfront investment, but in the long term, it's gonna save you a bunch of money because you're not door dashing your favorite snacks. You can just make them at home in the air fryer. Spending money upfront to have functional tools that you need to feed yourself is always going to be worth the investment. Second, nice bedding. I love bed. I love laying in bed. Drake really said it best. I only love my bed and my mom. I spend so much time laying down and with my face on my pillow that I want them to be high quality. I don't want to be having back problems because I cheaped out on a bed. Personally, my $25 Target sheet days are behind me. I spent years with a lumpy pillow because I was just like, it's not worth it to get a new pillow. I can spend that money elsewhere. I can invest that $7.22. And honestly, what a mistake. I really regret that. I spent a couple of years getting worse sleep, which we know is bad for our health, just because I didn't want to spend $7.22 on a pillow. We spend a third of our lives sleeping, and I know you know what it feels like to get a bad night of sleep. You're groggier, it's harder to concentrate, you may feel physically worse. Like I always feel a little hungover when I get a bad night of sleep. Not worth it. It is well worth it to spend the money on a bed, sheets, and pillows that you will get a good night of sleep in. Treat yourself to a high thread count and a pillow that supports your neck. Third, direct flights. Listen, I'm 34 years old. Okay, I'm well established in my career. It is no longer worth it to me to save $100 on a flight by adding in a 5-hour layover. My time is more valuable than that $100 I'm saving. And that layover is gonna suck. Let's face it. Airports are uncomfortable places to be a lot of the time. Food and drink are way more expensive in an airport. It's not gonna be worth the savings. Direct flights are going to save you money in the long run. Now, look, I don't mean to shame anyone. Maybe you love your layovers. And if you're getting a long layover and you're taking advantage of it and using it as a chance to see a new city, like more power to you, get after it. However, I do think that this direct flights is a really good way to ask yourself, what is worth more to you in the long run? Having more time at your ultimate destination, which might mean having more time with loved ones that you see rarely, or saving $75, $100 on a flight. Number 4, solid transportation. This might be a monthly metro pass, or it might be a personal car, but having a reliable way that you can always get around is definitely worth the money. Very few of us can stay at home inside our house all day, every day, so we need reliable transportation. Knowing that you can get to and from the airport, to and from your friend's house, to and from the grocery store is well worth the upfront cost of whatever your chosen mode of transportation is. On another note, never underestimate the power of being able to leave a place you no longer want to be. Finally, number 5, good sunscreen. Strong, good quality sunscreen is an absolute essential. It is definitely worth throwing down good money for. The sun is in the sky every day, and its rays are only getting stronger. Sun rays can also come in through windows and curtains, so you don't even have to actually leave your house to get sun damage, which is a real bummer. Wearing sunscreen daily is recommended by basically every dermatologist out there, so finding a brand that works for your skin and your budget is a financial priority. Remember that sunscreen is also an act of healthcare. It is protecting you from things like skin cancer. These are 5 things that I think are always worth spending the money on. I definitely want to hear from you. What do you think is always worth spending the money on? Sometimes more quality products do cost more, so build that savings goal into your budget. We love a budget around here. I personally use my budget every single day, so I will link to our values-based budgeting workbook in the description below. It has 8 chapters with a lot of different exercises that walk you through how to build a budget that you can personally adhere to. It also comes with 2 spreadsheets. One is a spending tracker, and one is a budget template that you can then customize to reach your personal financial goals. Give this video a thumbs up if you also think that it is always worth money to spend on sunscreen and a good bed, and make sure to hit subscribe.